Yes, it did work. Okay. So hello.
Good evening. Are we definitely
Okay.
live, Olga?
Yes, we are definitely live. We already have 30 people.
Oh, right. Good evening, everybody. Hello there. Hi, Holly. Hi, June. Hi, Shirl. Hi, Sue. Good evening, everybody.
Okay. Okay, so today as Tracy Evans and Stampers Group, we have James from Stampers Group with us. He will comment with links in case that you need them, and in case you have any questions, just mention them a couple of times because probably I will miss the comment. And and today we are having fun with the latest Orange Create release, and we will make vignette projects. I will make one of those boxes, and Tracy decided to go big.
Why do I always decide to go big when I've got no idea what I'm doing? Look at the size of my project. Look at the size of that.
I have an idea what I want to make, and if I would go with the tray, we would be sitting here for 2 days at least. I'm super, super slow.
Hi, Margaret. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Jill. Hi, Lucy. Good evening, everybody. Hello there.
Hello.
So, right, are we starting, Olga, or are we just going to have a chin wag first?
We can have a short chit chat and give people a chance to find us, because I'm just sharing on my timeline from Stampers Groove.
Okay, well, I'll just waffle a bit. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Anne. Hi, Shelley. Good evening, Helen and Sue. I hope you're all well. Hello, Fiona. I've been gardening today. Hello, Karen. Oh, 2 Karens at the same time. Hi, Janet. Hi, Neat. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. I've actually not done much prep because I've been gardening today. So I've been gardening. I was actually gardening in the dark. And we've got Carolyn says hello, James. Hi, Carolyn.
So for Christmas, I will give you a flashlight.
Are you going to give me a flashlight for Christmas?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay. I can't wait to receive my flashlight now.
We have some competition. Tim Holt just went live. I just got a notification on Facebook when I was sharing ours. No, I'm not.
Might as well stop right now.
No, not true. That's true. Oh my God, my shady husband. Go away with your shade.
Thank you, Nanika. Thank you. I'm glad somebody likes my accent. I don't like my accent. Hello, Lee. Oh no, I don't like my accent. No. Thank you, Janet. My hands still aches, but I've got the cream now. I've been a good girl. Hello, Jane. Hi, Linda.
Would you prefer to have my accent when I was putting wax on the tiny bat? I had a mold with bat, and I was telling people, okay, so now I'm waxing my bat. It sounds like, yeah, exactly like that. Would you prefer to have this accent?
Yes, but I like it when you say sheet, Olga. When you say a sheet of paper, it doesn't sound like you're saying a sheet of paper.
I know this is very, very, very troubling word. The same as tearing paper. Yeah. Belinda always teases me that my paper is very wet if I'm tearing it all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, my background isn't white. My background is my non-stick craft sheet because I'm getting in a mess. So there's no chance I'm going to be clean.
My background is a wallpaper, and it will get messy as well. I have vellum paper, and I have some acetate because we will do some translucent stamping and a lot of stamping in general.
Look, what I'm going to be using is my crystal brandy glasses because I don't drink, and it's the only thing I could find. So I'm using.
If you don't drink, so why they are so dirty?
Because I've used them to do a little technique. So cheers, everybody. Listen to that.
Oh my God, They make such an amazing sound. If you put your finger around it, they sing.
Do they?
No,
No.
they are. You have put the paint all over the edge.
Oh,
They have to
yes.
be squeaky clean to make the
No,
singing notes.
these are not squeaky clean. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Kay. Olga's English is definitely better than my Polish. Hello, Pamela. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Ross. Hi, Lee. Yes, Olga's English is definitely better than my Polish. So I'm ready to start, Olga. Are you?
Yes, we are ready to go. We are ready to go. I'm looking at the comments. There is way too many of them to for me to catch up. I'm used to, like really slow process. So today I will be just rushing.
Oh, you see, you need a wet finger, Serena says. I am not wetting my finger and doing it over that brown stuff that I've put all over my glass. No chance. Just no. So,
yeah, because I think that it will not work if it's not like clean glass.
no. So, do you want me to start first, Olga? Because I've got a wet background that I need to let dry for a few minutes. Okay.
I will just stamp in the background, so nothing fancy. Probably will take few approaches to each stamping.
Okay, so if I waffle too much, just say, Tracy, pause for breath. So if I need to pause for breath, just tell me to pause for breath, because Tracy doesn't know how to do that naturally. So what we've got here is I've got my frayed burlap distress oxide spray. And what you need to remember with the sprays is that you shake it from side to side. Don't shake your sprays like this. The whole idea of not shaking like this is that so it doesn't leak out from the top of your container. So just shake your distress oxide sprays like so. So give them a good shake, which makes the camera wobble all over the place. But that's what you've come to expect from a professional. No problem, Karen, you're not late at all. Hello, Lynn. We haven't done anything, Lynn. All as we've done is waffle, and Olga's doing a bit of stamping. So we haven't done anything much at all. So I'm using frayed, not sprayed, frayed burlap distress oxide spray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spray itself out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little pipette, and I'm going to take up some of the distress oxide spray. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it around my glass. So I'm just adding the distress oxide spray around my glass. Now my head may get in the camera a little bit if I can't see, but I'm just adding that to my brandy glass. So I'm hoping you can see that in camera. And I'm actually using a watercolor card. And just while I spray this, James has got an offer on this weekend.
Yes,
He's got 104 products on offer. He's got them on offer, and he's also got a discount code. And the discount code is weekend5, which is going across the screen now, just in case you're interested in that code. So I'm just spritzing the distress oxide, and I'm actually using a watercolor card. I'm using watercolor paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow that to sit. I'm just going to allow that to sit. And I'm going to go round my next container. We have a special Olga and Tracy category. Oh, I'm honoured. We've got a special category.
We have a special category because we are very special ladies.
Is that what it is? Are we important? Is that what it is?
We are special, not important.
Oh, I was feeling quite good then about feeling important. So as you can see, I'm literally just going around the brandy glasses like so with my distress oxide spray. And what you need to do is you need to not be in too much of a rush. You need to take your time and just add the distress oxide spray around the gin, around whatever you're using for your glasses. So I'm using the actual gin glasses, and what I'm doing is I'm spritzing with water. And what you need to do is you need to allow that to sit. You need to allow it to sit, and it actually starts to bleed out. You might not see it on camera, but don't worry, it will start to bleed out.
No, we see bleeding. It bleeds with yellow and green, yeah?
Yes. So what I like about the frayed burlap distress oxide spray is you'll start to get some blue. And when I remove the glasses, you will start to see that. But I'm not going to remove the glasses yet. So if you want to do a bit of stamping, Olga, just while this sits, you can do a bit of stamping.
You know, I shouldn't school people about stamping. We both know that. I'm using Versa Fine Clear in yellow, and I want selective stamping, so I applied a lot of ink, and now I will just wipe the edges to not have the harsh line. And I hope that it will work on acetate. No, not on acetate, on vellum. And that I will be able to have some colorful layers. I picked few of the stamps from latest release. And now even pressure, not in rush.
But it's okay because we're not in any rush. All that I'm doing is I'm dabbing some of my distress oxide. That's all I'm doing is dabbing some of the distress oxide. I'm not doing anything more. All that I'm doing is dabbing around the glasses. I'm just dabbing some of that moisture just up a little bit. But as you can see, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm allowing it to sit.
Yeah, because you're just removing like the diluted pigment and you leaving the colors still to work in paper, yeah?
Exactly, Olga. Because it's a watercolor paper, I'm allowing that ink to sit so that the pigment can react. If you don't allow it to sit, then the distress oxide frayed burlap, you won't get to see some of the other colours. I will lift the card up so you can see some of the other colours. If you don't allow it to sit, you won't see any of those colours. So you need to allow it to sit, and you need to spritz each time, allowing it to sit. And then all that I'm going to do, Olga, is just give this a little bit of a dry. And I'll look at the comments.
Okay. I see some cool wired birds on the top of your screen, and I'm distracted from doing my project by looking at yours.
No, you cannot get distracted. You've got to carry on with yours. No distractions.
I do. Right now I'm looking for my blotting paper. Oh, where is it?
Would you like me to send you some kitchen roll?
No, I have a spare sheet of paper.
It is rusty wire, Lee. I'll be using that later. It is rusty wire. So all that I'm doing now is I'm just allowing some of the ink just to be dried off the surface and just allowing it to dry a little bit, so you don't end up with a piece of card that is as limp like a wet dishcloth. You don't want that. So I'm just allowing that to sit for a few moments. And all as I do, because you can actually use this kitchen roll as part of the project as well. So that's why I'm blotting some of the ink, because I can use the kitchen roll afterwards as well. So that's why I'm blotting for the ink. And what you need to do.
Oh my God, is there any item that you cannot use in your crafty project? Because we already have toilet rolls.
Oh yes, well, we have to use everything, don't we? We have to use everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift my glass up like that. And then you've got some ink on your glass. And I'm going to stamp it again with the remainder of the ink that's left on the glass. So I'm lifting my glass containers.
Wait, I will make you full screen. Yeah.
Thank you, Olga. I'm just stamping the rest of the ink from the containers just around my areas, like so. I'm just using the remainder of the ink just to stamp around my background.
Oh my God, that looks so fun.
Look at that for a background. And also
I'm so stealing that idea, and by accident I actually already own that distress spray, so I will give it a try today.
So what you need to do then is just to spritz it lightly with water, just so that the ink reacts a little bit more. So spritz it a little bit more with water so it starts to bleed into the center. So it starts to bleed in the center. Allow it to just sit and it will start to bleed. The more you spritz it with water, it will start to bleed. It will start to bleed out, and that's what you want. And what I like about this is if you allow it to sit, I hope watching this makes you feel better. Oh, so if you allow it to sit, this turquoise comes out more and more. So you need to let it sit, and let me show you one I've prepared earlier. Oh, I've now spilt the ink. Bear with me a second. I have to wipe it. I have to wipe the ink up.
The beauty of being live, don't you think?
Oh, I love it. I love being live. I love being live. Let's make sure we just put the lid on this, just so that we don't spill everything everywhere. So let's just make sure we get that sorted. And let me show you what happens. Let me show you what happens with the background. This is what you get. Look at this, Olga. Look at that background.
Oh my God. Wait, this is all layout. Oh,
there's your background when you let it sit.
It looks so fabulous.
So you can try this with any colour, but it's only the frayed burlap that gives you this turquoise. And don't you think that looks like a natural rust without even working?
Yeah, it looks fab. And there is another color that you may want to try. I don't remember which one, but it also have the bluish undertone.
Which one's that?
Oh my God! It's also in the sprayer. It's not fried bullet. It's the other one, maybe pumice stone.
Oh, it could be. But I hope you feel better soon, Belinda. I hope you feel better soon, Belinda. Hello, Chris. Hello there. So yes, so we've done this technique, Chris, and we did this with our brandy glasses. Yes, I'm trying to be different, Chris. I'm trying to make it so that every time that I do a live, that sometimes I surprise you and do something completely different. I try to surprise you and do something different. And I haven't prepped this within an inch of its life. So I'm trying to do something different. So that's just from brandy glasses. It's just from brandy glasses. And you need to iron it. Now, when you iron it, this is what you get. And when you iron your kitchen roll, look what you get. You get another piece that you can use.
Oh my God, look at this yellow.
Exactly. Look
and
at
how
the yellow.
big difference the kind of paper does.
Yes, the paper reacts differently, but that also gives you a different look. It gives you a rust that you can also use with your project because you've got the same colours in the background. And now I will shut up for a bit, Olga, and let you start now.
For the moment, I will have to restamp everything, okay? So we started on the good feet. I mean, my stamping looks good, but I realized that yellow will be too pale to show up with the technique that I'm going for. So I will just repeat stamping with different colors. And I have, all of them will be Versafine Claire that some British lady recommended to me, and after one of her live streams, oh my God, I just had to buy them all.
I wonder who that was.
You don't know her. I'm sure you don't know her. She waffles a lot.
Does she waffle a lot? I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, so I have Monarch, I have Twilight, and I have Nocturne. They are all quite deep colors and quite dark, but I hope that my idea will translate very, very, very not dark and very fun. So I will just repeat my selective stamping. And just wanted to mention that when you said like, yeah, we are using brandy glasses. Every time when I'm live, I'm trying to introduce you. And I was sure that you will say that to the different kind of drink. Because once it's like gin glass, one is brandy.
No, it was the only thing. Ian was absolutely mortified that I used the brandy glasses because they're actually crystal. And I just thought, no, I'll just use them. And Ian says, they're crystal. I said, it doesn't matter. We can wash them. And I don't
Yeah,
drink alcohol anyway.
I wanted to mention that it's very not budget friendly crafting with Tracy today. And most expensive part will be the glasses that he used to stamp.
Yeah, the crystal glasses. So what are you making, Olga? Are you stamping in the purple?
Yeah, I will stamp, and I'm stamping wired bed, but I don't want bird. I don't mind the text bits, but I don't want bird itself because it's very oh my God, strong silhouette, and it will just you know, overpower like whole image. So I will restamp this bit with the Psycho Killer font. I really like this part of the stamp.
Yeah, I love that part. Don't worry, Neat. I won't stick them in the dishwasher. Ian would slap me if I put them in the dishwasher.
I'm pretty sure that this technique will also work with like cheaper glasses. They don't have to be crystal.
No, all you need to make sure that when you do this technique that you've got something that's got some weight to it. If it's too light, it seeps under too much. Yeah. Get used to that. Tracy Evans got that gift. Will a paper cup work? No, a paper cup, you need a glass that's got some weight in it, because if you use something that's too light, it will all seep underneath. That's why you need something that's got a little bit of weight to it. So anything that's circular.
It would work if you would put some weight on top of the on top of the glass, but then you are risking that you will flip the project. I'm pretty sure that if I would put some weight on paper cup, that while removing the weight from it, I would destroy whole project.
Yes, Belinda's having a joke with me. That's why I'm used to Belinda. Everybody always takes the mickey out of me, so I'm used to it. So the whole idea of this Facebook Live is that we're not rushing our projects, and we want to show you that two people can create something completely different with similar stamps, you know, collage type stamps. We can create something completely different in our own style with similar stamps. And that's the whole point of this live. And also just to take our mind off what's going on in the world at the moment, just to spend some time together. And it's lovely also to support our stockists and just spend some time doing something for our stockists as well, because James is very good. So it's just our way, mine and Olga's way, to give something back as well.
Yeah, and James always have all the new releases, and yeah, I always recommend Stampers Group. And after our last live with Banter, I even made some purchases myself. Yeah, I used our discount code and I bought quite a bit stuff that I'm so excited to use today, because it's you know, I took everything that Tracy Evans made me buy.
Did I make you buy it?
Yes, of course. Those inks were part of my order. It was just after you showed the spotlight technique, and I really wanted to try it out. I still didn't, but I bought everything that I will need for that.
So do you want me to go to my next step, Olga, while you're stamping?
Yeah, because I will just stamp and probably restamp, because I want to have really nice and decent image. Background. Yeah, and everyone knows that I don't stamp very well.
No problem. Yeah, Kay says, did you buy the salad spinner? I bet she didn't buy the salad spinner.
No, I didn't buy the salad spinner, but I have salad spinner in my kitchen, so I don't have to buy it. I can use that one.
Yes,
We don't
Yvonne.
eat salad too often.
Yes, Yvonne, you could use the tins and use the lip side. Yes, you can. I don't eat salad, Olga. Don't be ridiculous. I just use it for my paint. I don't have salad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using the same coordinated ink. I'm using frayed burlap distress oxide ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm using the totally dotty stencil, and I'm going to spritz the ink and just add some circles to my background. At the moment, I'm just creating the inky layers. I'm not doing anything more at the moment. I'm just creating the inky layers. James never did sell salad spinners. He didn't, did he, Serena? He was slacking. He was slacking. So I'm just adding another layer to my background. And all I want it to do is to give me some subtle circles in the background. And now what you have to remember, let me just show you the background. What you have to remember here is that you're layering oxide of the same colour on top of oxide that I used in the spray. So the idea is that you're getting a tone on tone effect. But as you know, with all my projects, I do like to add layers. So I'm just adding layers at the moment. So I'm just going to repeat that at the other side. Now you could add that ink to another background if you wanted, but I need a little bit more ink on my stencil. So I'm just applying that frayed burlap again, which is very juicy because it's a new ink pad. So I'm just spritzing with water, and I'm going to add another layer of a few little dots and circles just to the opposite side. And just allow that ink to sit for a few moments. Just while Olga's stamping, I'm just allowing that ink to sit for a few moments, just so that it reacts with the watercolour card. Just so it reacts. Just allow that to sit. Anybody else lost the video? No, we're still here, Malcolm. We're still here.
No, we are still here. If you're losing the video, then just refresh, because Facebook is a bit of not the nicest platform lately. Yeah, that's the polite way to say it, but it plays tricks, so just refresh your page. Oh wait.
So what you can see here is the oxide reacts even further with the oxide, and in the flesh it is very chalky, and it layers on top of the original oxide, so you get lots of layers. But what I like is this blue turquoise effect that you get in the background. So that gives me my 2 layers, and then I'm going to add some stamping when Olga's ready.
Yeah, now I will stamp the birdie. I have this one. Oh my god, wait, I will move my snacks. Okay, and again, I don't want a bird to be stamped in the background, so I will just wipe. Oops, I don't have water in my sprayer, so we will take the backup sprayer. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I will wipe the ink from the bed and from the sentiments, because I will use them later on probably, but I want whole background. I love this random lettering in the background, and I love the feathers and the piece of branch. So I'm just wiping the birdie.
I nearly stamped on the background of my stamp then, instead of some white card. Honestly, my room is such a tip, because I've been gardening today. I haven't looked in my room, and it's just such a mess. I'm just looking at, while you're stamping, Olga, I'm just looking for some different ink pads of what I want to use.
Okay, and I moved to the black, but it's still VersaFine clear. So it will have to sit on the vellum for a moment, just to make sure that it will be dry. And now I will just flip my stamp around like this, maybe.
I can't wait to see what you're making, Olga, because I've got no idea.
I'm really excited and I'm really chuffed.
Oh, chuffed. We've got you saying chuffed.
About my project, but I really want to make sure that it will look as good as I imagined it in my head. So, oops. Okay, yeah. I have to move my paper a little bit lower in the platform. Oh my God, now I'm stressed. If I will stamp this part, not so nice, I will have to re-stamp all things. Oh, look, I didn't.
Don't forget, Olga, no stress. We don't do stress on Facebook Lives. We don't do stress.
Yeah, but I'm always the one who seems not to be able to stamp the image correctly.
It's not important though, is it, Olga? You can just take your time. It's not important.
I know, but I would like to be able to use the product with no struggle.
Everybody's got their talents. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different talents.
So I have my second vellum piece. Come on, just remove yourself from the platform. So this one have just branches, and you can see how much ink I have on top because it's whole glossy and shiny. So it will have to be blot off and dried on the side. And I really love how this feather I inked only half of the feather. So it will have a faded look. And I have the second layer of my vellum, and it's the celestial background with some bird, wired bird motifs from your stamp set. And yeah, we will put them aside, and in the meantime I will stamp the birdie and color him in.
Okay, so would you like me to go to the next step?
Yeah, sure. I will just work on my pieces here.
Okay, and so what I'm going to use is just continuing with this circular theme. I just want to explain that all this was in my head. I haven't made the piece before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out because I haven't made the piece before. I haven't prepped a piece before. All this was in my head while I was in the garden. So whilst I was in the garden, I was going through my head what I wanted to do for each layer. So the idea here is what you need to remember is this is watercolor card. This is proper watercolor card. Now, what you have to remember about watercolor card is you are not and never will get a perfect image. That's the whole point. It takes moisture, but it doesn't give you a perfect image. But for me, that's what I want. So I want that. Who are you kidding? Everything you... Oh, bless Belinda. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this circular stamp by Abs, the circular one. So I'm using this stamp, and what I'm doing is I'm using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and I'm giving that just an inking. Now, normally I would go round with black, which I'm going to do afterwards. What I want to do is just add some of this faded out circles to the edges of my paper, just to make my design more cohesive, just to make it more cohesive. Did you miss the start, Rachel? No problem, Rachel. You can watch that on catch up. So
yeah, we didn't get too far yet. So
no, we didn't get too far yet, mainly because the raving loony redhead talks too much. So I get loads of ideas in my head, Angela, but the time I get a chance to get it out, I've forgotten. You should see me, Angela. I've got bits of paper all around my craft room with notes on. And the problem is I come back to those notes in 3 weeks' time, and then I think, what on earth was I talking about? What did I mean? I have got no idea what I was talking about. So what I've done here is I've added a 1 layer element. Let me just put that on the side. I've added a 1 layer element Now, you are not going for perfection. You're going for an aged vintage feel. So that's what you're going with those dots. And at the moment, you're going for tone on tone. Now, what you need to do to make that pop a little bit more is you need to then add your black. You then need to add a little touches of black. Now, even with using your VersaFine Clair, your image is not going to be perfection because you're using a watercolor card. Now, what I'm trying to show you is this is going to go in my tray like this. But if you wanted to, especially for Kim, if Kim wanted to make a card, she could make a card elongated like this. So if Kim wanted to make a card, she could do it that way. Because I know Kim likes to make cards. Or if you wanted to do a journal page, then you could make it into a journal page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some touches of black. And what those touches of black will do is they'll bring an element of pop. They will make it pop a little bit more. So you're just over stamping with the black. Now, if you do this project and you share it, just remember, don't do too much of anything. Less is more. Even when you're going for a grungy layered backdrop like mine, still less is more. You don't want to add too many layers. And that, for the moment, is what I'm at the moment. That's my next step, just so that you can see that. That is my next step.
I will make you a full screen.
Thank you, Olga. So that's my next step at the moment. As you can see, I'm drawing the eye in to those circles, but it's going to look totally different when we've finished. So that's where I'm at the moment, and I'll move over to Olga.
Olga is still stamping. Now
Okay.
I will stamp some, because I think that I will get all the stamping out of the way, and then I can, cut out my elements and assemble them together. But unfortunately, I'm running low with the thick acetate. So right now I'm cleaning some packages with rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, but that's perfect because that shows people how to recycle rather than buying some acetate.
And honestly, those packages are made from really, like, you can hear it. The acetate is really, really thick, so it will work just beautiful in my project. And yesterday I remembered about buying a new ink, but I forgot that I will need to have some acetate to stamp my...
Oh, well, while you're just doing that, Olga, I've just remembered I've got a little giveaway as well for anybody that shares. Just a second.
Oh, so show your giveaway. I will make you like a full screen. Where is Tracy? Oh, there's Tracy. Yes.
So Olga didn't know I was going to do a giveaway, but I just want to do a little giveaway. It's a thank you to, just say...
I participate if I didn't know.
I just want to say thank you to James for supporting us for the last 4 years. And I'd also like to say thank you to everybody for your support over the last 4 years. I've got a little giveaway. It's one of Olga's stamps. It's the textural elements. And I will draw a winner randomly from one random winner on all platforms. And this is the giveaway. So if you'd like to share, that would be much appreciated. And
oh my God, that's one of my favorite sets. I love those X's on the side.
So that is my little giveaway. That's for one randomly drawn winner, which I will draw on Monday. I will draw that winner on Monday. Okay. And thank you to those that shared at the start. Thank you.
I did share.
No, you're not counted. You're not counted.
Well, fine. I already have this stamp set anyway.
So what I'll do is, while Olga's just bringing the second screen in, I'll show you my next step. I'm using Olga's A4 stamp here, and I'm using the Take Flight stamp, the A4 one. And what I want to do is use this background element here. There's lots of background elements on this stamp set. And sometimes we're always looking at the big focal images and we don't look at these little background stamps. And I want to use this background element here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink these chevrons, as I call them. I'm going to ink the chevrons and I'm going to add this to my background. And again, I'm still going for an open design, not something that is too cluttered. It will have lots of layers with my embellishments, so I don't want the stamping in the background to be too overpowering. Just make sure I'm just tilting my acrylic block on one side because I've not put my stamp on straight. So I'm just making sure that it's straight. Now, I'm not going to get a perfect image. I'm stamping onto watercolor card, and I did that purposely. I stamped onto watercolor card because I knew it would absorb the ink and I knew that I would get a more vintage approach. I knew that it wouldn't be.
What kind of watercolor are you using? Because I also stamped on watercolor and look how crisp it is.
I'm using a bumpy watercolor. Yours is a smooth watercolor.
Yes, mine is cold press. I don't use this like lumpy watercolor. Don't like it. I can send you a few pieces of the smooth one if you need it for perfect stamping.
No, because I've got some smooth and I've got bumpy. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show people that just because somebody says to you, oh, you're not supposed to stamp on watercolor card, oh, you're not supposed to do that. I always like to push the boundaries and just try and work with things. And especially because
if somebody will tell you that you're supposed not to do that.
Correct. Also, when I want something that looks really vintage and really sort of battered and old, then a bumpy watercolor card works beautifully. So I'm just going to, if you want to now carry on, Olga, I'm just going to stamp another set of chevrons. So you can carry on now, Olga.
I'm just stamping my light bulbs on the on this thick acetate. And luckily I already have one set. I will make one spare one. Luckily today, you know, maybe it's a mix of your good stamping vibes and me having a brand new ink.
Yes.
It did work out quite nicely. I'm surprised.
So I've stamped my chevrons now. I've stamped my chevrons.
And I think that in case of you know, like grungy or vintage projects, this imperfection in watercolor paper, it just adds to the texture. So I would not be bothered with not having it perfectly.
And for me, Olga, let me just point out these areas here is what I'm looking for. I want that. I didn't want it to be perfection. I want that. That's why I am stamping onto watercolor card. And you can see how textural this card is. But I wanted these.
Very, very, very bumpy.
Yeah.
That would be good word.
But it absolutely works. When it's bumpy and it's got lots of texture, it works beautifully with this technique. It looks beautiful with that technique.
Okay, I was looking for like mirror cardstock in silver because I want to make a set of the light bulbs like this one. Oh, you are the full screen option, so I...
Have I got the full screen?
Yeah, I want to make a set of those light bulbs, and you can see that the top bit here is metallic cardstock, but I cannot find metallic cardstock, so I will just stick one of the Tim Holtz foiled, you know, like self-adhesive foil. It's aluminium foil, I think, so it's real metal. So I will just stick it on top of my watercolor cardstock, and we will make a mirror cardstock ourselves.
So are you making the light bulbs now, Olga?
Yeah, and now we will stamp just the tips of the light bulbs, just those elements that are added on top.
Oh,
those.
the light bulb looks fab.
Yes, so my plan is that I will make all the preps and then I will just sit and do the project. And today I will finish it, so I'm getting excited. It didn't happen for a long time for me to finish the project during the live stream.
The numbers are out, Lee. The numbers are out. I have the Mickey taken out of me, Olga, because I'm always using these numbers. I'm always using these numbers.
What do you like the most about those numbers?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure that nobody knows. What's your favorite part about the numbers?
One, because they're random, and I like random numbers. And also,
seriously, you like random numbers? Oh my God, it's a shock for me.
What I want to do is I want to use my hot glue gun. Now, because these numbers stick out, they're raised, it means I can use my glue gun. And what I'm doing is I'm just letting my glue gun heat up. No, I aren't, because I haven't plugged it in.
It would take a while, I don't know, maybe it's not enough experience in the crafty area, but from what I know, if you don't plug in your hot glue gun, you will wait a bit for the glue.
Do you think I'll wait a bit? Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think it would take a couple of minutes.
Well, these are what I've made with the glue gun. Can you see it's glue at the back? It's glue.
Yeah,
that's glue. And what I've done is I've added the glue to my stamp set, which I will show you. I've added the glue to my stamp set, and I will add some wax so you can see while the glue gun heats up. So I'll just add the wax.
Did you use the black glue or you painted?
I painted it. So I just used what I had, and then I'm just going to highlight. Then I've got my own embellishments made out of the glue gun. And I know Mags did this as well in my group. But now I've got my own embellishments out of glue. So these are made out of glue. And I will show you how I did that once my glue gun is heated up. So it looks fab as an embellishment. So I'll place that down and then just add the wax to my other pieces.
But I would assume that you will not heat set your project now, huh?
Well, no, not unless you want melted glue. That would be lovely. Please don't heat set your project. But trust you, Olga. Yes, let's heat set the project and have melted glue everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm mentioning that because lately I discovered that I found quite decent hot glue that holds really nicely, but I keep forgetting that I used hot glue, and I try to heat gun my project, and yeah.
Well, what I can do now is I can show everybody all as I did. Make sure your glue gun is hot. Make sure it's hot. I'm just testing. Yes, it's nice and hot. Don't do as I do. So
did you touch it with your finger?
Yeah, I always do that just to test it because I've got asbestos fingers. So get your glue gun and literally with your stamp, hold your stamp in place and just go around with your glue gun. Just go around the outside area of the number, and you need the numbers to be raised. So go around and then just fill in with the hot glue gun. Make sure you've got your glue gun all filled up with glue, and then just add your glue. Hang on, I just need to add more glue. That's it. So just make sure that you fill the indentation of the stamp just like you would with ultra thick embossing powders, but you're doing it the opposite way round. And all you're going to do is you leave that on your stamp. Can you see? Let me lift that up. And if you can see any inulations where it's not got enough glue, just add some glue so that you end up with a domed embellishment.
Yeah, because when you add more hot glue, the one that is on the stamp will melt a little bit. I would
Yes.
not recommend melting glue on the stamp with the heat gun, though.
No, so the glue gun will now set hard. It does not ruin your stamp, Jane. What you do is you allow it to cool completely, and I will show you when it's cooled down, it just peels away. It just peels away. So
yeah, because I understand the stress. You know, if you would peel it like not set up, yeah, you might ruin the stamp. But if you let it just cool down, everything will be fine. Unless you will like heat set, you will try to remelt it with the heat gun. Then, yeah, then I would not recommend it.
No,
then you will ruin your stamp.
No, but the hot glue gun is no different than if you was pressing your stamp into ultra thick enamel, so it won't bother it. The stamp's not ruined because it's just like stamping into ultra thick embossing enamel that's very hot. No, this is a hot glue gun. This is a hot glue gun. A hot glue gun. If it peels off, yes.
Okay, I stamped a bunch of images. I can still add some more. Not all of them I stamped successfully. I'm sorry for that. Luckily, nobody see how bad my stamping is because my light reflects really badly at the moment in the foil, so I can just clean it and fix it, and nobody will know.
Nobody knows. No, we're not bothered, Olga. It's just about
I am, because I'm already excited about assembling the project, and it annoys me that I have to restamp it. I would like to have nice, decently stamped impression at the very first take.
And somebody's asking what you're using, Olga. She loves this idea.
I'm using it's like self-adhesive aluminium foil. It's a little bit thicker than the kitchen one. Tim Holtz, it's one of the Tim Holtz surfaces that you can emboss, for example, with the folder like here. And then you have a self-adhesive metal texture. So instead of embossing that, I stick it on the cardstock because I ran off from my stock of mirror cardstock in silver, and I really want silver ends because they will look much better than the gold ones. So yeah, because I have plenty of gold mirror cardstock, and I have red one, and I have purple one, and I even have a blue one. Just the one that I actually need today is gone.
And what somebody's asked, Serena, I missed that. How did you do that, Tracy? All I did, Serena, was I used hot glue, and the hot glue has been put onto my stamp, and I'm just allowing it to cool, and then I will peel it away. And I will show you how it peels away easily once it's cooled down. I just added the hot glue.
It will get matte, yeah, when it's
yes.
set. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done with stamping. Yes, I'm done with stamping. I still have to restamp the light bulb though. Something is seriously wrong with me.
No, there isn't. You're just taking your time in stamping. You're enjoying the stamping process.
Enjoying? No,
yes.
no. Now they all moved. Oh my god. Okay, people, welcome to the show. Olga restamping stuff 20 times in a row.
No, it's called real life, Olga. It's called real life. I'm just going to show them your stamp, Olga. I'm going to use this stamp set of Olga's here. This long, thin border. It's huge. It's on an A4 stamp set, and it's huge. Absolutely huge, that stamp set is. So I'm going to use the number 6 on there. And what I'm trying to do is, I'll tell you my story, Oh, of course, I have a story. I'll tell you my story once I've finished the stamping. So I'm just going to add a touch of stamping in the background. And I'm using pine cone ink. I'm using pine cone ink for the number 6. And don't forget, I'm not going to get a clean, crisp image because that isn't what I'm going for. I'm going for more random, more grungy feel. I'm trying to mix it up so Tracy doesn't look like Tracy all the time. So just stamp this here, and I'm not using an acrylic block. I don't want to use an acrylic block. I'm just using it as is. So I'm just using the stamp as is, just to give me that random number 6. And then what I'm going to do is I've made these very organic bird cages. I've made these very organic bird cages, which are going to go like this. And they're just made out of rusty wire. And then Olga can talk while I sew them to the page.
Where did you get the rusty wire? You did it yourself, or
no?
Maybe James is selling it together with the salad spinners.
No, I purchased the rusty wire. I purchased it. Let me just hold this up so you can see.
Yeah, wait, I will make you big. Yeah.
These are my rusty cages. These are my rusty cages.
They look so fab.
And the idea is that the birds have broken out from the cages and they're flying free. Hello, Kat. Let's read some of the messages. Olga is using Ranger Ink Essentials foil tape sheets. Just in case.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you that somebody knows the name of the product, because I just know that it's a self-adhesive foil.
Yes, it is the Ranger one. It is the Ranger one. So I'm just going to stitch my bird cages to my project, Olga. So if you've got any process that you want to discuss, that's absolutely fine, because I'm just sewing my bird cages to my page.
No, I'm just stamping. I'm just stamping and stamping and stamping, and I think that it will have to be enough. Well, I'm just too passionate right now about my stamping to do it right.
Yes, or TPs, Diane. But no, these are my organic cages because I didn't want them to look too regimented or anything. So you can make them domed, you can make them circular, you can make them whatever you want. But these are my organic bird houses, or whatever you want them to be. I'm trying to be a little bit different.
Triangular one looks really cool.
Sorry?
The triangular ones looks really cool. Okay, so what I have here, it's my self-made palette with another product that I discovered thanks to Tracy. Wait, I will just excess of the powder. So I took a cheap watercolor palette and I just put inside myself some of the, oh my god, where they are? They are here. Oh Lord.
Is this the infusions?
Yeah, those are infusions, infusion powders, and I just made a dwell for for every color, and I will use them to color the birdies because I stamped it on watercolor paper. So now we will color the bird.
I love how you say bird.
Bird is the word.
No, don't start singing, because then that means I have to join in and I'm tone deaf.
I'm pretty sure that you will be better than I, so
no. Most of these people have heard me sing, Olga, and they will let you know that I am tone deaf, utterly tone deaf. So most people would say, no, keep Tracy quiet, please.
If you would ask Matt about the opinion, he would say the same thing about me. Like, yeah, very nice, but don't do it on public.
Exactly. That's what Ian says. It's better if you don't sing, Tracy. It's much better. So I just take his word for it. So all I'm doing is adding my organic cages or bird houses, whatever you want. I'm just... Oh, yes, Kim likes envelopes, doesn't she? I'll send you another envelope. Oh, bless James. Kim likes envelopes, you see, Olga.
Like all the envelopes or special envelopes?
I think any envelope. I think she decorates them. Or it could be me talking a load of rubbish just for a change, which is nothing out of the ordinary, really.
Because I purchased lately envelopes for the cards, like really, they are more like bags, little bags that you can put the card into when you're gifting it to someone. So,
oh yeah,
I was thinking about decorating them, but then I don't remember what happened with them. They're probably in the drawer. They couldn't go really far away. I received them just like yesterday. No, day before. So I didn't lose them for sure. Almost for sure. Probably.
Do you know what's nice about creating together? The fact that you don't have to rush. You can just do the process, because this is me just working with what was in my head. This hasn't been prepped. This is just working with what's in my head. So it's nice just having a creative hour or so, just creating what's in my head.
Because I actually have the idea what I want to make. But I also want to, I don't have too much time to play with stuff. So always when I'm live, I'm trying to play with some new products because it's my creative time.
Ah, and Kim's just answered. She uses the envelopes that have got the hard backs because she uses them as canvases. You see?
Oh.
The recycling, which is what we like. We like a bit of recycling. I do. Anyway.
I do quite a lot of recycling, especially my old projects. They would get recycled quite often.
Yes, I recycle projects as well. I recycle them as well.
So but like chipboard instead of the foam squares and all those nifty tricks. And actually, I like to use chipboard instead of foam squares. If it's not a card project like fancy, wedding card, I would not put like pieces of chipboard over there. But with regular projects, I found that it holds much better than the foam square if you just add nice support. Okay.
Christine's just asking about the infusions. The infusions are a crystal pigment, Christine, that's got a walnut element in them, and you can spritz them. And once you spritz them, they explode with colour. You can use them on fabric, you can use them on card, you can use them on canvas.
Demonstrate them. I will put my birdie because I painted the first one. I really like it. It has all the colors in.
Yeah.
And so they will look fab. And I will show you infusions because here I just put the powder into my tiny palette. I have even one more because I believe that I bought it for someone else. So it was like empty, cheap dollar store watercolors for kids. And when you wash them out, you have like empty palette. And this one can be used for the alcohol inks as well. Sorry, I have a hiccup. So I put a little bit of each one of my colors because I saw that Tracy have a palette like that. And she just sprayed the water to activate the color. But the whole fan would, we will have, if we will take, like, here I will make myself the whole screen for a bit.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Perfect. So what I have here is just plain watercolor paper, and it's not like super expensive as well. I will spritz it with water so it's nice and moist. You can see that it's nice and shiny. And now we will grab some infusions. And I will show you two colors. I will show you Rocky Road. Okay. And what was the other one? Oh my God. Where are you? Is it Golden Sands? No, here it is. Rustican. I really like those two colors. So what the color looks like when it's mixed. So that will be a Rocky Road here. And it's really nice brown. Oh, come on. Okay, now you can see. It's really nice brown when it's mixed together. And Rustica will be a really nice, oops, my brush was brown. It's really nice brownish red rusty color. Okay, so that's how they look when they are mixed. And you use them, come on, move. Oh, thank you. And you use them with the brush like the watercolor, but you can also just take them and add a couple of they are in the form of the small granules like the powder, and in the moment when they hit the paper, look, it's the rusty, yeah, it's rustica, and look at that magic that it's happening here. When you mix them together, you will get a nice brown, but when you sprinkle them just like that, you will get those super cool bleeding effects, a little bit similar to the way that this oxide worked for Tracy when it bleeds with different colors. Okay, so now look at the Rocky Road, because this one, oh my God, just such a cool way to make brown. Okay, and it's flowing. I want you to see the flow. Okay, so look, inside of the Rocky Road, you have like full rainbow of colors, because you have your yellows, your pinks, your blues, and you can just leave it like it is, and it will create a nice watercolor stain. Like, I will add just a couple more spritz and take off the muddy access, and I will just let it rest on the side, and at the end of the show we can see how this one and this one will look when they dry. It's really cool product, and I like I have to mention that that I really like, oops, it's only Tracy, yeah, I really like how they are packaged. I really like those tiny balls. I think that they look so cute. If you will just put them on your shelf, you can be a little alchemist. Okay, that's it. I finished.
And just to add to that, Olga, if you pierce a little hole in the top and put a pin in with one of those coloured balls, then you can just sprinkle it from the hole at the top of your container. So it just gives you an easier way to use them if you want to.
But I store mine in the box, so if I will make holes, they will.
No, you keep your pin in.
It will still make a huge mess in my box. You don't know me that well. If you recommend me a solution like that, for me everything have to be solid close. So I like the fact that I will just unscrew it, use it, and then secure the lid, and for sure no infusion powder anywhere when I don't want it, because it's enough to add this one little grain, and it will just
yeah, I also store mine with a bit of tape on if I haven't got the pins as well. I put a little bit of tape on. But also what you have to remember about the infusions is the longer you leave them, the more of the walnut stain that becomes visible. So that's the whole point of them. If you want the walnut stain elements, then you allow them to sit longer. So I've added my little birdhousey things just to my project, just to the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my bird songbird. I'm going to stamp my bird. There's nowhere to put anything at all. So I'm just going to stamp him as is. So here's the bird that's on the wheels. And I just want the bird. I'd like the bird on the wheels. So
I know, but it cracks me every time. Every time. I still vividly remember the conversation when we were going through the images and you were like, oh, and you know what we can do with that bird? We can add some wheels to it.
Them are the kind of conversations that I have and I like, Olga. You know me. So what I've done is I've stamped the bird, and what I've done is I've stamped it each time 4 times so that I've got a dimensional bird. Let me just bring these up to camera just so that you can see that they're dimensional. They've got so many layers. So they've got about 5 layers for each bird, just so that you can see that. It's got 5 layers. So I've cut the bird out like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a touch of the frayed burlap to the bird, but not much, because I'm going to use that kitchen roll a little bit as well that we had in the previous steps. So I'm just adding a little bit of that frayed burlap just to add to the grungy feel of my project. And what I want it to do is I want it to be quite a dotty random colour. I don't want it to look too coloured. I want it to look vintage. And everybody likes how you've coloured the birds, Olga.
Yeah, I still don't know which one we will use. I make 2 of them just to have the spare one, just in case. And I was really careful to not mess up around the text, because maybe we will use those as well. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I've got these pieces of foam, these little pieces of foam, which I got in some packaging, but you could use some mount board if you wanted to. You could use mount board. This is just some black foam, but mount board would be absolutely fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this here and then add my birds on the top, like so, just so that they sit on the top. So do I want him there? That's it. So it's going to go there so I can adhere my birds. Let me just bring this up so you can see. So that
you know what would be fun, and I'm thinking about it just right now when we doing a project. If you would have a wired bird on the set, also only the bird flipped, so you can make him like looking left or right, depending on
yes,
which side your project is going. It's a
yes.
good idea for future.
Yes, it is. No, because you can flip it on your gel plate. Or with
yeah,
acetate.
but not everyone knows how to do it. And remember that there is a lot of people like me who struggle even with the single stamp impression, not even mentioning about flipping stuff. And come on,
Yeah.
how you want to say to customers in a polite way that they can flip their bird on the gel press?
Flipping your beard doesn't sound quite right, really. You can flip your beard on your gel press.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a nice thing to say.
It doesn't sound quite right somehow, flipping your beard on the gel press, to be honest. It doesn't sound quite right. So I'm just adding my beard to my project, just like so. And I'm going to add those 3 birds. I'm going to add one here, and I'm going to add one here as well. And while I'm sticking, I don't know whether there's anything you want to mention about your project, Olga.
Yeah, I took my my light bulbs, and they are stamped with the Stazon. So I'm looking. You can feel it with your finger on which side you stamped. So you have to flip on the other side, because I want to add touches of color, like Tracy would say. And I'm just adding a few drops of yellow alcohol ink into my light bulbs, but it's important to do it on the other side than the stamped one, because otherwise, they will just remelt the stamping. And I'm just blending it with my finger. Okay.
I'm still sticking, Olga, so you can carry on.
Yeah, tap, 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 make it look fab. I really like to use alcohol ink, because you could use also like fluid acrylic stuff, but alcohol ink will allow me to make those little stains in my light bulbs. Like when you use alcohol inks and they make those circles, and
yeah,
oh my god, I just love it. Yeah. So after I blend it, a couple more drops, and I will just
Belinda's asking what color you're using, Olga.
I'm using, oh my god, normally I would go for the Ranger, but I ran out, so I'm using amber from some kind of weird company. I have no idea where I got this.
So butterscotch would be similar then in the Ranger one.
Yes, that would be my favorite yellow. It's a really warm warm yellow, and I use it so much because I was experimenting with those bulbs a lot, and I used all the yellow for experimenting with ideas. Oh, I love the birdies. They are still quite decently wet because my paper was very, very thick, and I really nicely saturated with the infusions. So now, unfortunately, you cannot see it very well because my.
Are you still there, Olga? I don't know whether Olga's paused, so I will carry on just in case. So I'm just going to carry on just in case Olga's paused. So I can't hear Olga. So just in case, I'll just carry on. I've got here is my little tray that I'm creating, and I'm quite pleased with how the birds are standing there. I love that. So you just need time to allow that to stick. Just keep pressing just to make sure that your adhesive is stuck. So I'm just pressing that down just to make sure it's stuck. So I'm presuming everybody can still hear me okay? Can everybody still hear me okay while I'm continuing to waffle? Because I can't hear Olga. I'm still here. Oh yes, I'm still here. I'm here on my own. So just so that you can see the project, can you see? This is what I've created so far. Olga's phone has died, so I'm going to carry on as if I'm just here on my own. So you can see now my project, and all you need to do is when you're doing it, thank you, Gail, thank you. You just need to press your adhesive down just to make sure that it's properly stuck. Brilliant. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Anne. I'll keep waffling like I normally do. And just to show you that project in detail. Oh, thank you, Katie. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of this kitchen roll. And what I'm going to do, each bird is going to have a little bit of text from my dictionary. Let me see if I can hold that still. It actually says fly. If I can hold that up to the camera, it actually says fly. So what I'm going to do now is take a bit of this kitchen roll that we created in the previous steps. And what I'm going to do is just add some little details to my project. And what I mean by little detail are just little touches that bring the background into the foreground. So that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing the background into the foreground. Olga will be back, so don't panic. She will be back. It's just that her phone's died. That's all. No problem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this little text here. I'm going to tear it a little bit, and I'm going to add this little bit of text here just to add to my bird. And then I'll hold it up just so you can see what little details I'm adding to my bird. Just let me hold this up so you can see. If I hold that up to the camera, just see there that I've got that little bit of kitchen roll. Yes, it should be updated to YouTube as well. So you can see that I've got this here, the text, and I've also got the kitchen roll that I'm adding to the bird just to give it some added texture. And I want you to think about giving your project some dimension. So I'm just going to add that kitchen roll again to my other two birds, because it seems a shame to waste that kitchen roll when it's such a lovely textural piece. So I'm just adding touches of that kitchen roll to my project.
I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to plug my phone, and
It's all right,
just went flat.
I can talk for England and Poland, so don't worry, Olga. It's not a problem. I can talk for England.
That's very good, because lately I discovered that when I'm really into making something, into the project, I'm not so talkative. So I can either waffle or get stuff done.
So you have to make your mind up which one you're doing.
Yeah, apparently it's not possible.
This is what I've done, Olga. I've added some of the kitchen roll to my bird, and I've added the word free and the word fly from my dictionary to the bird as well.
I really like how the kitchen roll looks in the composition, and I really like how different and it's fun.
Yes,
you know, we should do it one time. I will do that experiment and let you know. I will just make your technique on different kinds of paper and see what colors we will get, because on the kitchen roll, that it's really absorbent. You got like super vivid yellow that is not visible at all on watercolor paper. So I think it's
you can just see, you can see there, Olga, just some of the yellow visible.
But it's orangey. It's still like rusty yellow, and the yellow that you have on the kitchen towel is like, whoa, in your face.
But in real life, it looks just like rust. It looks brilliant. It looks just like rust.
I love that color.
So what I'm going to do now is, just while we're all here, do you remember this, what we did with the clear glue?
Oh, yes. Wait, I will put you on the full screen so you can make a peel porn.
I was on full screen. There we go. So can you see, this is the glue that I added to my stamp set. So you just peel it away. Look how it peels. You peel it away. There you go. And that's it. It's a number 5. And then you paint it black. And then you get that.
You can also put those elements in the little charms, like like you could put the cabochon into metal frames. They sell them for so I think that it would look fab if you would just put it in the frame.
Linda, we did this at the beginning. This yellow on this paper towel was my mop-up from my background from using frayed burlap distress oxide spray. It was my mop-up from my background technique that we did at the beginning of the video. This is my mop-up that I ironed. I ironed it so it was flat, and then that's what I got. That's just the mop-up, just the mop-up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my embellishments to my project. So that's all I'm going to do, Olga, is I'm just playing around with my composition. So if you need to talk about your project, feel free.
No, I'm fuzzy cutting elements. I was hoping that you will make a catch-up from the beginning.
No problem. I will carry on, because what I'm doing now is I'm adding my embellishments. Let me just point them out here. I'm adding my embellishments here, and I'm just playing around with the composition just to add my embellishment pieces that we made out of wax. And I'm hoping that you will give this a go and you will give it a try. I'm hoping you'll give it a try. Just some of these techniques that we've done.
Now James will have to put in the store the pointer, Tracy pointer tool, There will be also
I need
Tracy
a point.
salad spinner.
Yeah, I need a pointer tool. I'm like, teacher, just look at this here. But you know what else I like, Olga? When you do the glue technique, if you don't try and go for perfection, you get some little holes in your glue. And that really makes me happy. That does. Just
Oh
makes
my
me
God,
happy.
you know, I love
Oh,
that
thank you, Katie.
everything that anyone else would see as a flaw, those are elements that makes you happy. Oh
I'm
no,
sorry, I love
Tracy, when
them.
I pulled off scan of your stamps, it came out so wonky and the bits are missing. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I wanted.
I love random. I love organic. There's just something about organic pieces. You know, I love clean and simple. I love lots of things, but when it's going with the flow and it's organic, I love it. I love it. This piece, I just love. I'm just loving the way it's all coming together. I'm just so pleased with it. Considering it was in my head, Tracy, please mention to Olga she should try Tim Holtz brush silver Yupo paper. Oh, have you tried that, Olga?
I have it. I didn't try that, but I have it in my stash. I think that I bought it at James store even.
You need to get that used, Olga. What you doing? You're slacking.
I think it's this one.
Is that the brush one?
I'm not sure. It says no. It's just sticked mirror for the alcohol inks. But I'm pretty sure that I have this brushed iron. I just didn't test it yet because
Sorry, Olga, to interrupt. The coupon code is weekend5.
Yeah, it's all the time on the bottom of the screen, guys. And oh well, I can as we are not doing anything like super important right now. So here right now on the screen, you can see 2 other dates that we can meet here on Stampers Groove Facebook. First one will be 20th of November, and that's Big Tracy Day, and I'm so excited. People, you have no idea what is coming, and I should not mention a single thing, but oh my God, I'm so excited. And we will be live since 4 p.m. UK. So we give ourselves like 2-hour room because later on apps will be in Hochanda. And the second live that will include all, I think that all this year releases, especially the last ones, will be on December 3rd. Also 4 p.m. UK time, and you can mark your calendars, and if Tracy will be so nice and remind me tomorrow, I will create the events for us, so you will be able to click the reminder on Facebook. And I will also put up this one. It's about this weekend. There is a special category with our designs in Stampers Groove, and you can always type, like, if you are looking for Tracy stamps, then you just type Tracy Evans in the search bar, and the search bar in the shop works really, really good. It filters really nice. It doesn't show up any random stuff when you look for a particular item. And if you will, and when you are added, when I'm added, Tracy is having some exciting online classes coming up, and she will tell us more about them as soon as I will remove the graphic. Okay, yeah, this one.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm thoroughly enjoying doing my project, Olga. I was lost then. I was absolutely loving my project. I'm just loving the way it's turning out. I just love it. So I've got here is some lollipop sticks, and I've used my stamp set.
You will not believe. Okay, I will show you. Wait, give me 1 second.
I'm using the birds. Let me get the blank piece of paper. I'm using the bird song text that's from the top bird image. And what I've done is I've stamped that onto lollipop sticks. Oh, have you bought lollipop sticks?
Yeah, but I bought a bigger one. I bought like ice cream sticks.
Oh, you have as well. Yours are big ones. Mine are little and thinny.
No, those are not big ones. Those are second big ones. Because she also have the ones that are like for really big lollipop. I would make a joke, but I'm not sure if it's appropriate.
I think James has known me too long. He knows that I don't do appropriate. So he's used to the fact that I never do appropriate.
Yeah, so if you are up for like giant lollipop sticks, I can send you some. They will match your carrot for the snowman.
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning that, Olga.
Big snowman, big lollipop stick.
Thank you so much for mentioning that. That is
I'm
so
looking
kind.
forward for first snow, and then people will start to post the snowmans on your timeline again.
Oh, Diane's already done it. Diane. She's already done snowmen with big carrot noses and things like that. So I've already
oh my God, that looks just so cool. Just so cool.
I'm just so chuffed with it, Olga.
I'm nothing near to be done, so probably James will kill me after live stream.
Why?
Because I will tell you what is my idea actually.
Yes, tell us what your idea is.
I have my vignette box, and I have my 2 pieces of background that we started with, as you remember. That we started with those pieces of background here on vellum. So I will mark my vellum to fit the box inside perfectly. No gaps. No gaps are allowed, and I will put this one as the first layer and then this one as the second, so they will overlap. And we will add, wait, I will cut from here, and I will put 1 or 2 layers of the vellum on top, so you will be not able to see those images at all. And I will put here my bulbs, and on top your bird will be sitting. And where is my small thing? Oh, yes. So inside my box, I will put those. Those are like flat lights that you can put in those into the boxes. So when I light it up, ta-da!
Hey, cool.
Can you see how the all layers are visible when you light it up from the underneath?
Yeah.
And I will turn it off. Come on. Come on. Turn yourself off. And when you turn it off, because the vellum will be with the distance, you will not see the image at all. So that will be a playful piece that will just like show up when it's light up. And when it will be off, that will be just the bird with the light bulbs. Okay. And basically, I will just stick everything together. You saw me prepping everything. Here I have metal elements. They look like metal. And I will use those together with my light bulbs to create light bulbs like this one. They will fit here perfectly. So I will make like small composition with them. And the birdie will sit here on the top of the vignette box. So when I was shopping in the Stampers group, they had an extra promotion for Team Hold stuff. So I bought some. And I think that will be just, I will put a small feet on the bottom and something on the top. So it will create a really nice light up box that will, that I can send to my friend Tracy.
Yay!
One more thing that I want to share with you, because Tracy showed her really cool trick with the hot glue. And I have here some screws that I did with my stamp sets, with the one that with the A4 that Tracy was using. So those are just a little screw heads that I stamped into clay, and they are drying. I will paint them black and use the wax like Tracy used the wax on hers embellishments, and that will create really organic looking nails. And I will share with you my really I was thinking how to do it to make it look really fab, because still, you know, the stamp will not stamp through the clay, so you would have to cut out those circles. But I found a really cool way of doing that. Here is the piece of clay that it's really dirty because I stamped in it with the ink a few times, but I will paint it so no stress and no clay can go to waste here. Okay, so now we are taking a Posca cap, and I'm just piercing some circles like you would cut the cookies for Christmas. Okay, and I can peel off the, oh my god, yeah, very good cookie cutter, as you can see. No, no, it's stuck.
I like your cookie cutter.
Yeah, but it's already like piece of clay is stuck in my in my Posca top. Come on, I need you. I need you to be a perfect circle.
It's Facebook Live, Olga. That's what happens.
Yeah, of course. You know, because I was doing that when we were chit-chatting before, and it took me like 2 minutes to make 20 of them. And now, oh my lord, go outside. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we will make just 2 because they misbehave. And I have those.
I'm cheating.
I have those circles here. So now I will just grab my stamps, and I have them already on the block because I don't put my stamps on place. I keep them, you know, I keep them with theme on create blocks. So here I have some backgrounds and the skull and the and those. And now we will take the ink it up. And we are not aiming for the perfection, because actually I really like when I press my clay and it will squeeze on the sides a little bit and give me, come on. Oh yeah. And it will give me this kind of impression when you have a little bit clay that is sticking outside. I think that will look so fab. And you can make yourself whole bunch of screw heads, and they will look like the real thing if you will use waxes on them. Yay! Okay, come on, let it go. Yeah. So here I have the one with the plus. Of course, you cannot see it because I didn't ink it well. Yeah, so I will paint them black and wax them off. I will make one on the side just to test my theory, but I'm pretty sure that I'm right.
I've been enjoying myself, and I've cheated, and I've got Tim Holtz's screw heads. So I've used those on my birds with some jump rings.
But it's not cheating. I also have the pre-made screw heads, but I will be honest, you know, going live with you is you know, you always have those nifty ideas, and I want people to get as many ideas as they can. They already spend enough time with 2 of us, so they deserve some knowledge.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's what the Facebook Lives are fun. It's nice doing one together, because normally I'm waffling on my own, so it's nice. But I've got to point out this frayed burlap. I've just sprayed it onto card, and I've just let it sit, and look how that turquoise comes through with the frayed burlap, the Distress Oxide spray.
Oh my god, it looks fabulous. It looks like real rust.
Exactly.
immediately.
But just
Do you
let me show
have? Do you have? Oh my God, how it's called? The red one, the new one. Something
Crack-
about fire, cracking the fire.
Crackling campfire. Yes, I got mine from
Oh, yeah,
James. Crackling
yeah.
campfire.
Because it also looks like rust with oxide ink when you spray it. It doesn't have this patina effect. Would you make me a huge pleasure and spray them together and let's see what will happen?
Yeah, just hang on a second.
Yeah, in the meantime, I painted my screw heads and I will just give them a quick blow. Oops, I mean a quick dry.
Yes, I will just shake my bottle and then I'll just show my project. I haven't finished yet because I want to add my alphabet, my grungy alphabet. I just want to show you the project.
I also want to use your alphabet. I want to make a sentiment with it.
Yes, I'm
I
going
still
to
don't know
make
which one, but I think that I wanted something about freedom. I will not fit the whole word freedom, but maybe at least be free.
Yes, be free. But I just love how it's coming together.
It looks so fab. What color did you use to stamp this date?
To stamp the what, sorry?
6. Number 6. I don't remember what color it was.
I used Pinecone Versafine Clair.
Oh my God, it looks rusty as well. Really cool. Okay, so we are showing off. I also have something cool to show. So this is the rocky road, almost dry. But look at this one. This rusty car. It just dried like that. Look at those veins.
Exactly. And it's rusty as well.
Oh my God, it looks so fab. It looks so fab. Okay, I will use exactly same one that Tracy was using because guess what? Somebody made me buy it.
Did somebody make you buy it?
Yeah, but I love those PBO ones because you were using that for a really long time. And first, I bought myself. I couldn't find this like super beautiful gold one. So first, I bought the one that is more brassy, and I love it. And this one, oh, it's just so beautiful. It's King's Gold, Empire's Gold.
Yeah, King's
Yeah.
Gold, isn't it? Yeah. But Olga, the crackling campfire is a definite orange, whereas the frayed
But
burlap,
look, when you sprayed them together, this patina should came through the orange, so you should have a perfect rusty combo.
Yeah.
I will
So
buy the cracking campfire for sure.
Can you see, Olga? You've got the orange on top of the frayed burlap, so you get a rust.
It looks just fab.
So
who knows? Fab. Maybe you will switch me back to using sprays.
Well, I don't normally use sprays, but I'm sorry, with this technique, when I look at this technique now, I mean, look at this card. Hang on.
Okay, I finished my two nails.
That, Olga.
Look how
it's dried, Olga.
Oh my God, it's so fab.
It's just dried.
You know, it looks like some kind of cosmic oh my God, sunset. Like you would have a couple of suns that are setting together. Oh my God, that is great.
I love your nail heads.
Yeah, I was right. It works really, really cool. And they will look really, really cool. And you can add a little bit of this fried burlap around them. And that will make them look even better because they will be rusty. Where is my fried burlap? Okay, let's grab it from here.
Yes, Diane, you can get yellow from the crackling campfire. I think it also depends how much you shake the bottles, how much you shake the pigment to whether you get some yellows.
I think that it will depend on, first of all, on the paper, how much it will absorb, and second of all, on the amount of the water.
Yes.
Okay, so I took my fried burlap, yeah, and I will just give a nice spritz, but I will put it maybe on a white piece of paper so I can have a nice preview. That will be cool.
I'm using my grungy alphabet and I'm just stamping out the word bird, but I may just use the word...
Bird is the word.
I may... oh dear. I may just use the letter B. I don't know yet. But what I like to do with the alphabet is I like to cut it sort of at a funny angle. I don't like to cut it straight. I sort of like it to look.
So you are doing psycho killer signature.
Yeah, I'm doing random again. Oh, do you know, I'm hopeless. I do random all the time. So I'm just going to add.
So I was right. Look how cool it looks with the fried burlap on top.
Yeah.
Really cool patina effect. Okay, I will cut out my light bulbs. I will still not finish off the project, but at least maybe I will come a little bit closer to be finished.
Yeah, but it's nice to spend time together, Olga, because it's a Saturday night.
To hang out, to chit chat. Today I missed the part of the chat because yeah, when I went out and I get back, the chat is not moving for me anymore. So yeah.
Oh, that's handy. That's really handy. That is, Olga.
Yeah, that is really handy. But I like that you are able to read the comments and do your project.
I know Margaret was saying she likes the sprays together. I like the sprays together as well. So I'm just adding my
I think that they will be perfect combo. Just absolutely splendid.
I do worry about you, Olga.
Why?
I do worry. I really do worry.
No need. No need.
I'm just going to add some splatters to my project and then I'm going to stamp the word bird and then my project is finished.
Are you really finishing those projects like do not touch it at all or after a live stream? Because I always fuss around my project when it's finished already. I'm like, oh, maybe I will add a little bit this or maybe that.
Well, with this project, to be honest, because I've not had any creative time today, I really wanted to be able to literally enjoy the whole process and actually create something, just because I haven't had much time today. So I wanted to be able to do that, but I'll still add little bits here and there because that's what I do anyway. And not that I can find any of my stamps anyway, to be honest. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where is it? I just want the word bird and then my project is finished and I'll hold it up. And what are you doing with your project, Olga?
I'm cutting off the light bulbs and I will assemble them into, oh, this one goes on this one. Yeah, now I will have to mix and match the bottoms.
The bottoms?
with the light bulbs. Oh yeah, this bottom fits this light bulb.
Is your desk trashed, Olga? My desk's trashed.
No, it's not.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. That's why, I don't have a huge progress as well because every single thing I have to put back on the place because after our live stream, I will have to work a little bit and then I want to have a creative time still. And unfortunately, my craft space and my workspace is the same space. So I keep cleaning it as I go. And that adds...
Sorry, Olga, that was very rude of me. I do apologise.
Oh, no worries.
I was just answering a question. The bird stamp is 393. 393. Sorry about that, Olga.
No worries. The question is more important than my waffle. Come on.
No, I like your waffle because it just makes me feel normal because it's normally me that's waffling, so I like it.
Okay, so my light bulb will look like that right now, and it's still looks at the finishing here, so I will put it on something and try to find. Oh yes, here it is. See, putting stuff on place works.
Does it work?
I will take the Posca pen and I will paint it from underneath. And you don't have to do like amazing paint job because it's just few squiggly lines. But if you flip it, then it just highlights the element. So
That
I
light
will
bulb,
go.
the light bulb looks fab.
But look how cool it will look with the bird. Where is the birdie? Birdie, come here, birdie. Birdie, birdie. Yay, come on. He is just in the perfect size to sit with those light bulbs. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, looks
And
perfect.
he even have his feet like grabbing them. So if I will make a small composition here with those light bulbs and add a piece of stick to his feet, he will look like he's just
yes.
sitting. And that's my bird inventor.
We like your bird inventor.
And I really like how those designs, you know, because it's the first time when we work a little bit closer together and, you know, with no intention of making them work good together, they do. They really do work together really nicely. I still have my t-shirt because somebody was asking me about the t-shirt lately.
Oh yes, your t-shirt that you did.
I still have that t-shirt, but unfortunately, I stamped it with this fine clear, not with the fabric one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I saved my t-shirt for the special events because I cannot wash it.
Oh, crikey. Well, I finished my project, Olga.
I didn't finish mine and I will need a lot of time to finish, but I can record like a fast, you know, the thing that you can put on Instagram, like very fast video, only with assembling it together. Because I already explained you what I will do, so it's just a matter of see me doing that. Because it will take a little bit of fiddling to crease the vellum to fit the box. Because all magic will be about those layers that lights up. And I have enough lights to put them between the layers as well, so that will look fab. I can show you my birds quickly, and then, oh, you are already showing the project, so we will start with you.
So just show the project, just so you can see that you've got all those layers. I've tried to do something a little bit different. I just love how it's all come together. I just love those rusty, like birdhouses, and I'm so pleased with that. I just love it. And that's my project for today. And we've shown different techniques as well, because we've done the glue technique, the brandy glass technique.
Yeah, but basically we used like similar products. I will also use this fried bullet just to show you that it will look totally different on my. I will just show you the elements that I prepared. So here are my birds, and I really like this one. It have all the colors, and my blue with my yellow didn't mix into green. They just sit separately because here we have some green areas.
No, it looks lovely. I love how the bird's coloured.
Yeah, so because there is always a problem. What kind of bird is that? This one is a hummingbird.
But
I mean, he can be whoever you want, but he was a hummingbird. And here I have my light bulbs that will go inside, and I still have to paint this one here because you can see the difference, how much of a difference this little detail makes. It just from the stamped piece of foil with a piece of tin foil on top it turns into almost real light bulb. And when I will light it up, it will just look fabulous. So I will just record the short recap. And for next live stream, I will be better prepared. So then we will have 2 finished projects. I hope that James does not kill me.
No, to be honest, Olga, I don't think that matters, because I think it's important for people to see how differently people work as well. You know, I'm
really slow, and if I want to make the live stream when I'm showing you how to do something, that will take exactly the same amount of work as recording the video with tutorial, because I still have to prep everything. I have to have the backups, because I like to talk and I get distracted easily, and I work slow because I like to think about my steps.
Yeah,
and
I spent a lot of time in the garden, Olga, thinking. So you know what I'm like.
But I'm so happy that you finally found some time for garden, and I hope that your hand will be fine soon, because there is a lot of gardening at the autumn to make preps for the spring. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got lots of work to do in the garden to make for the prep, and I'm also having a border done, so there's lots of work to do. But I just
how the conservatory is going, because you are more quiet than usual on social media, and probably not everyone knows that it's not like you disappeared. You just renovating whole house.
I've painted the conservatory, and the conservatory roof's on, apart from 2 panels. There's still 2 panels to do, so they are being done next week.
But there is a progress, and that's good.
Exactly.
Good.
And I've had some creative time on a Saturday night in a relaxed atmosphere. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. I've loved your company. Thank you very much.
Oh, my chat starts to move. Oh my God, so many comments. Oh, Lordy.
Yes,
Lord.
he's got the screw edge, Jennifer, because I got my screw heads from James, Jennifer. I got them from James.
Wait, I will find them and link them up, because I didn't do links yet. But I would recommend to go and look in the James store, because the discount is for everything, including stuff that are already discounted. And like I told you, when it was like 2 months ago, when we had the banter in September. When we did the previous one, James also offered everyone a discount code, and I thought like, okay, I will make myself a birthday gift and I will go and buy some. So yeah, I bought a lot of cool items, and some of them were on the current sale already, and discount added to my basket. And James kindly also sent me a gift, those infusions, and I love it, and I'm enjoying myself with them very much. Okay, I put my stuff away. I can find the link now, because the computer.
It's all right. I think James has put the link up.
Oh, okay. I am too slow. Sorry. No, I didn't read everything, because I didn't see chat for some time. I bought something.
No,
but she's doing. Oh my God, are you giving or taking a Mikey from someone? Because I don't know.
Am I doing what?
When you're laughing on someone and making jokes, are you taking a Mikey or giving a Mikey?
You're taking the Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. Okay, Mickey. So
taking the Michael.
Take me to the Michaels.
And Nonika says I was talking alone all the time. Oh.
Nunu, sorry, the chat stopped for me, but yeah, but she's.
And Nunu's been laughing at her own jokes. That's not good, Olga. We've missed Nunu's jokes.
I'm pretty sure that her jokes were awesome, and I'm pretty sure that she was teasing me about not making a project on time.
So thank you very much. Thank you, Olga, for inviting me as well.
It's not me inviting you. This time it's James inviting both of us.
Well, yeah, well, you both invited me, to be fair, so thank you very much.
And we are on your YouTube channel, so basically I'm the guest. But you are very welcome. Yes, the code is weekend5 and it will be valid till this Sunday, and that will be 11th. No, not 11th. 8th
What
of
day
November.
are you on, Olga?
I don't know. You know, it was like whole week of daily streams, and sometimes 2 per day. So I'm just all over the place. But yeah, I had so much fun. I didn't felt when those 2 hours ran.
I'm not telling you, my room looks like a bomb has gone off. I mean, it looks like I've done 9 Facebook Lives, not one. It's a disaster.
Mine still look decent, but I was cleaning in the meantime. Like
show off.
Everything will, but it's not like a huge clean. You know, you saw how I keep my stamps. I have this big tray that you also recommended to me on Alipali. You showed me those
trays.
Yeah, and you can have the smaller ones that will fit the cards, and they also go one into another. Yeah, so I have those trays, and I just keep the stamps in, so I just don't have to put them anywhere else than just to the tray. And that's enough. They are already cleaned, and the tray have its spot under my desk. So yeah, Belinda says we are hysterical. And yes, Bella, you are right. I'm on. It's my time. I'm definitely on right now.
So I think we better say our goodbyes then, haven't we, Olga?
Yeah, because otherwise we are staying here for whole night again.
Exactly. And the poor customers will be like, the poor followers are like, what are these two on?
Yeah, so I will put, you can start to say goodbyes, and I will put on the screen the info about today's weekend promotion. And here are the saved dates for you. I will make the posts with the reminders that you can just click it and forget it, and Facebook will remind you while we will actually be live. Okay.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and thank you for sitting with us for a couple of hours, and thank you for your company, and thank you for your continued support. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Yes, thank you very much. It was fun. I'm really overwhelmed with the amount of comments. I get used to way slower chat. I will have to find the option of slowing it for myself because I don't read that fast. I will because I didn't finish, and I still want you to know how to do this project. I will make like video without voiceover, just process of assembly, because I have everything ready. My body is colored, my elements are ready to go, so I just have to assemble it and paint it. And outside I will also use stamps like I did last thing, and I'm off. Like I did with this piece, where I stamped with paint with the mix of the designs, and I really like how it looks, and the background.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you don't see it actually. Wait, where is my pointer? I'm sure that I have one as well.
Oh, I've got you doing a pointer now. Now you've officially welcomed the Facebook Lives. You're using your pointer.
Yeah, so look, you don't see it when you look at it, but here is the blue area when I stamped my design, but already here is your design stamped over. You don't see those single designs, but they all together look very nice.
They're
and
cool.
it's all yeah, I used just this stamp of mine and the one with the X, and all the rest is the mix of your designs, just stamped on the primed wood. That's how I want to finish the outside of the vignette box, and of course everything will be grungy and rusty and crusty. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you everyone. Sorry for being a mess. I will make a short video for you, and next time I will make full project, I promise. Thank you. I had
Thanks,
fun.
Olga.
Okay, I will end it up. Yeah.